what is the Global Ghost Hunt to me? The Global Ghost Hunt is a celebration of teams and locations, not just here in the U.S., but all around the world. It is an opportunity to unite groups and enthusiasts of this paranormal community in many different ways, and to highlight teams, locations, and all of us. And honestly, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? You get to experience new groups, you get to promote yourself, promote your teams, and more importantly, too, the locations. A lot of our locations are being forgotten. So the Global Ghost Hunt is a perfect opportunity to bring your team, bring your locations out into the spotlight and have your chance to have your 15 minutes of fame and to make an everlasting impact in our community.
Hey everybody. Hope everybody had a good, wonderful Thursday, wonderful week also. A few things is coming up for this weekend. We have Neil coming on for Sunday night show for the guests and everything, and I can't wait to see all the experiences that he had and all the unique places that he's been and investigated. Also, Saturday the 19th, we will be going to the clinic again for 12th, 13th, 14th time, whatever. We should be starting around about 7 or 8 o'clock as of going live. And we have like 6 or 7 people that might be going. Tonight, we're talking about Victorian funerals, things that they did in the house and things they got ready for and all that stuff. A little bit of the history. We talked about the other day about all the women, they be wearing black dresses, deep black and everything. And they have like several different stages of mourning. I think that the first stage is what they call full mourning. That's like lasts for a year and 1 day from the day that their loved one has passed. And it's like dull black. I mean, it's just black as they can get it. Then the other one's called Sackett mourning. It's like 3 to 6 months, and then they got what they call half mourning, and I think it's another 3 to 6 months, and they go back to their regular lifestyles. Let's see here. The most questions I found that was asked what did Victorians do at funerals? The funeral homes at that time, they didn't have. Hey there, Vicky. Funeral homes didn't exist until around mid 1800s, I guess. I mean 1900s, and then before that, during Victorian era, they had the funerals right there, right in the house, what we call the living room, they call parlor, and they carried the deceased out of the home. Oh, never mind, that's the wrong one. Anyway, they'll carry them out to either the big door in the front or the big windows that's from the floor to the ceiling. That's the wrong thing. And then the other one is they drape stuff over the mirrors and any kind of glass stuff like that, so the souls of the person that has passed will not stay there and stuff like that. I don't know what it was for. Let's see. They put like ribbon badges on the front door, usually covering the doorbell or the door knocker that was on the door. And got one here says, what did Victorian undertakers wear? They dressed in black with a long trimmed like coat thing, like open in the center and two long down covers the back part of their legs. From their hat to their feet flew two long ends of a bow of white Irish linen. I think I might have a picture of that. Let's see. This is. I don't have a picture of the Undertaker. I thought I did. But this is what some of the Undertakers looked like also. That's during the Victorian era. And the funerals that they had in the parlor of the house is like, let's see. That's one of a picture. They also put flowers around the body, and I've done some research on that. This is what they call a wake. They will leave the body in the house for several days just in case if they was like sleep, they can wake up, or then after a few days, if they never got up or anything, so that means they're actually dead. So then they will take them and bury them. And the flowers around the body keeps it from stinking the house up where the body is decaying and decomposing and stuff. Here's another one. They got the window blinds pulled and everything. Everything's shut up, real dark. She's wearing her black dress with her black veil on. And that's what. And the pallbearers, one of the questions said how many people normally it takes. It's normally from 6 to 8 pallbearers are chosen from the immediate friends of the deceased and near to him in age. The duties of the pallbearers is to carry the coffin from the house to the hearse, and also from the hearse to the grave. I don't have. Here's some pallbearers. They dressed up and everything. This is some kind of fancy funeral because they got some sash on them and stuff like that. Some kind of members of a club or something. And there's some pallbearers standing in the back while they doing the funeral part of it. I guess they might be praying, or he's reading scripture out of the Bible or something. Another one of the big questions about the pallbearers, they said, who typical is the pallbearer, something like that. The siblings, adult children, and grown-up grandchildren, or close friends. Nephews and nieces can be pallbearers. There is no written rule as to who can handle this task. I thought that was pretty interesting, because I ain't never seen a girl or a woman that actually did the pallbearer stuff. I don't have a picture of those. I got a few ads right here I can show. This is about the funeral car. I think that's pretty neat. I like that. Here's another ad. They selling morning silk bonnets and stuff like that. If I ain't mistaken, I think this is from like 1870 something or 1860, somewhere like that. I'm not exactly sure the date of these here. And this here is the undertaker's prices that he charges when he does a funeral. Whatever they want done, that's his prices that he charges. You can get the best hearse with feathers, 4 horses, and everything like that for like 63 cents. I guess that's how you read that. That ain't too bad. Plain 4-horse hearse, 35. The best 4-horse hearse, 42. And here's another ad for the different other things that they had for sale back in the day. All right, now next I got is food. The food is kind of strange. I didn't get a whole lot written down on it. I just got a few things, but they have what they call funeral biscuits. It's something like cookies. They have them wrapped up in little things like this right here with a note in it. I don't know what that note says, but I try to find a recipe for it, the Victorian recipe, but I'll have to go in there and handwrite all that stuff down. The history of funeral foods. After the this is like where they making the cookie things, the biscuits. After the body has been washed and laid in its coffin, the women of the house prepares dough and place it to rise on the linen covered chest of the corpse. So they take it in there and put it on the chest of the person that's passed away. It was believed the dough absorbed some of the deceased personal qualities that were in turn passed on to mourners who ate the corpse cake. It's a little weird. And this is a funeral cake. So and it's different. They have different foods for different part of the world and everything. I know it has on down in Louisiana. They serve. They'll take jambalaya and stuff like that to people's houses and everything. And over in Great Britain or Britain or wherever they do the funeral biscuits and things like that. The food, it means it's like says I'm sorry for your loss, is common across cultures and religions and has been for thousands of years. I thought that was pretty interesting. And I know this don't go with the funeral part of the Victorian area, but I don't know if anybody has heard of the Fox sisters. Oh God, I had a whole bunch of them. Hey there, off the hook. I'm glad you come in. Wow, a lot more expensive now. Hey, hey there, Bootsy. I appreciate y'all coming in. For my gas and run in the store. Vicky says hi to Bootsy. Sorry y'all didn't catch up in the chats. I wasn't paying attention to the chats. I was just pretty much going into it through the show. I ain't got much anyway, so we might talk a little bit after we get everything done. I don't know if anybody ever heard of the Fox sisters. They do seances back in the early 1800s and everything, and they all died around in 1890 to 1893. The last one finally passed away, but seance is what they do where they hold hands or put something on the table like they got their hands and then they start doing all kind of stuff, try to talk to the spirits. There's always going to be somebody there that's like a psychic or something that'll claim that they can talk to them back in the day. But the Fox sisters, I don't know exactly which ones is which. Let me get this off of here. Maybe we'll see their names. Okay. The Fox sisters was from Rochester, New York, who played an important role in the creation of spiritualism. The two youngest sisters used rappings to convince their older sister and others that they were communicating with spirits. I guess Kate is the youngest one. and Margaret, she's the youngest one too. Yeah, the Kate and one on the end right here is called Mag. One, her nickname's called Maggie. They was the two youngest ones, and they tried to convince the older one there about how things got that they can communicate with the spirits. The older sister then took charge of them and managed their career for some time. They all enjoyed success as mediums for many years. In 1888, Maggie, that's the very least one right here on the end, confessed that their rapping has been a hoax and publicly uh, they messed up their routine and everything. So everybody lost interest in them and stuff like that. Johnson, we will be putting an article in my group Facebook page about the Fox sisters. Oh, that's cool. I just thought about these this morning. I was sitting in the truck and wrote all this stuff down for about 30 minutes. They were known as spiritualism and such. Oh yeah, I've actually read about a couple of their works, and I was some of the books that I've actually got from the library had them in it, and I read some of their stuff. And it says right here, one on the end again, her nickname was Maggie, attempted to try to return her confession the next year, but their reputation was ruined, and in less than 5 years, they were all dead, with Maggie and Kate dying in, I don't know what that, I can't read my own handwriting, that's bad. Anyway, their death, the oldest sister, she was born in April 8, 1813, and she passed away in November the 1st, 1890. And then the Maggie right here, she was born in October the 7th, 1833, and she passed away March the 8th, 1893. And then the middle one there, Kate, she was born in March 27th of 1837, and she passed away July the 2nd, 1892. That's all I got written. Despite their confession, the spiritualism movement continues to grow in popularity. So it's still growing. There's still people do seances till this day. I never done one, but there have been still people been doing them. And this right here is what the house would look like when they decorate it for somebody's death. They will put black all over the house, drape it everywhere. And here's a picture of a parlor that they will start fixing up to put the coffin and stuff in. And this is some of the ribbons that they will hang on the door, like the door knocker or the doorbell, if they had one in them days. They'll fix all these little ribbon things up, and it shows that somebody has passed away in the house. And a few other things they will put, they will cover up the mirrors. Then they'll just stop the clocks and stuff like it, which I've got that in here, reason why they stop the clocks. Some of the superstitions things that they've done that they actually believed in. This is from on the death side. This is going to be a little dark on some of these things, but to dream of muddy water is a sign of death. They believed in some of that throughout that time frame, and also till this day up in the mountains, in the Blue Ridge Mountains and Great Smokies, that's one of them. If a picture falls in a house, someone will die. That's another one that they believed in. If a clock gongs for no reason, it is a sign of death. If I remember right, the sisters confessed that out of fear. If I remember right, probably so. I just hit the highlights. I didn't go deep until I don't know the reason why they actually confessed. I didn't do too much research on them. I just went through the thing and done some stuff this morning, and they popped up, so I put them down on some of my papers. But I'll probably end up doing something about seances for long, Victorian style. And this in here says, if you have a dream of a birth, there will be a death. And one says, when a ringing in the ear lasts for several days, a death is expected. My mom and them always told me that one. If you dream of death, there will be a birth. And my mom and them always told us that one too, also. Or flies into the house, sign of death to come. Yep. I saw that one day. I didn't write that one down, but I saw that one. Hey there, Dwayne. Appreciate you coming in here, buddy. But I got one close to that, Vicky, about a bird. You'll probably think it's crazy. This one here says, I don't want to read that one. That was a little bit too dark. Never cut a baby's hair before 1 year old. I always heard my mom talk about that one also. If you sleep under a bed with someone in it, they will get sick. Every frog you kill makes your life shorter. If you sweep your floor on New Year's, you will sweep your family away. And here's some more that I just did before I got the show started tonight. This and here is a little bit more common for the funerals. Rain during a funeral procession means the deceased would go to the pearly gates in the sky. Then a mirror falls off the wall and breaking means someone was about to die. It was bad luck to run into a funeral procession. If you saw a funeral procession coming, it was wise to turn around and go the opposite direction. The only way to be able to confront a funeral procession was to hold a button the entire way until you arrived at your destination. So hold onto the button. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but that's what the Victorians believed in. If it thunders after a burial, means the deceased soul has arrived at those pearly gates in the sky. And the fifth one here says, don't wear anything new to a funeral. And it says, just don't. I don't know. And another one says, smelling roses meant someone was about to die. If you go to the funeral and you smell the roses, that means somebody else is going to die. That's what I came up with. This is always a big one back in that day. All clocks were stopped inside the home. Time stood still to prevent anyone else in the family from dying, and the clocks will be restart when the body is buried. Here's one about a bird, Vicky. A bird crashes or pecks on a window meant death. I thought that was pretty funny. I ain't never seen a bird peck on a window. I've seen them crash into the window once in a while, but then the other one says, now this is for the women. I ain't never heard anything about a man for this one, but if you're pregnant, stay home. Do not go to that funeral unless if you want your dead father to come back as your daughter or son. That's kind of strange. That's a little deep. And then the last one is rain in an open grave meant someone else in the family would die within that year. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I've got a few pictures right here of some of the grave markers that we took pictures of the other day, me and my dad. I took one the other day with the hand was pointing up. This was pointing down. I can't remember exactly what that means, but here's one that's pointing up. And here is a tree stump, a grave marker. And here's one with a dove on it, a bird with a little twig or something. So that's what we've got, what I've done for the past 2 days when I was at the house and the work. So I'm going to go ahead and play the P3 video right quick and take a little quick break. And I will be right back.
Keep it positive, you know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew. Rising up like the moon, elevating the mood, uplifting attitudes, cause that's what we choose to do. And I don't know about you, but there's enough negativity going around with plenty room to improve. Yeah, sometimes we collide with stress and negativity. We always let it slide. It's an elevated vibe, so fly. We touch the sky every time we ride. Big up, big up, big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up, big up, big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up, big up, big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up, big up, big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you. Now roll back time. Tell me what you find. You're gonna see the same sucker MCs on the sidelines. In the fourth quarter when it's do or die time. That's when this crew is inclined to go prime time. From day one straight till it's done. But you all know full well that we only just begun. Yeah. We stick together, one for all for one. When it gets heavy, no we don't cut and run. Crazy thinking about the places that we've been. Now I could tell you stories that'll make your head spin. But like I said, straight, thick or thin, there's so many memories giving me silly grins. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies, yo, I love this crew. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies, yo, I love this crew. Big up, big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive, you know how we do. Big up, big up, big up.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I see my buddy Dwayne said he's going to go because his phone's about to die. I appreciate him coming in. Appreciate you also, Vicky. Has anybody got any questions that they want to ask? I'll try to answer them best I can. Next Thursday night, I'm going to try to do one about what caused people to pass away back in the day. Hey there, Bootsy. Appreciate you coming and watching us tonight. My grandmother used to tell me if you smell flowers all day, it was a sign of death. And that has happened to me when I smelled flowers during an investigation. Learned death has happened there. Oh, yeah. I also, like when I was talking about earlier about the ringing in your ears, my grandma and my mama always told me that somebody's going to die, and it normally does work. And my mom and them always said too, if somebody died, it means that somebody's going to be born. And that's always true because it always happened in our family. If somebody dies, and not too long after that, there's somebody being born. It's just making a place for the new ones coming in. That's just my understanding. Next Thursday, we're going to try to do a show about all the disease that they had that caused a lot of Victorians to pass. things that they've eat. I looked at some of the foods. I'm gonna try to find some cookbooks and stuff like that also, and write down some of the food that they've used back in the day. Health comes in threes with me also. Yeah, everybody in my dad's family's passed away except for 2 of them out of 10. When one went, they all dropped. It's just like it's really fast. Then my dad, he's actually the oldest one, and my aunt that's in my group, is the baby of all of them. So I've got the oldest one and the youngest one in the group. Well, not the youngest one, but my mom's side, there's out of 10 of them, there's only 4 of them left. I think it's 4, I believe. Yeah, there's 4 of them left out of 10. I had to count them all down. I think my mom was the 3rd one out of family that passed away on her side. Not counting her mom and dad, but things like that. I wished I had some more stuff to talk about, but I don't have nothing else to talk about. If you have anything you want to mention, Vicky or Bootsy, if you have anything that's happened to you and your family over the years, like something that your grandparents told you, you feel free to share it with everybody if you want. I saw one online today. It was about putting your shoes underneath the bed and help prevent somebody else from dying or something. I didn't fully read all that. I had 3 friends lose their grandpa last week. Yeah. I had a friend that just passed away Saturday at 10:30, and we went to his funeral on Tuesday. And that was pretty hard because I knowed him ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there. I hadn't saw you in a long time. No one ever said anything about death in my family. Okay. There's David Holt. Never sleep with your feet hanging over the end of the bed. End of it. I never heard of that. That's David Holt there. He's from Facebook side. I can't remember. I saw one that says about sweeping. I done read that about sweeping your family away. I don't know of anything else. I'm pretty sure if my aunt was on here, she can tell us some stories. Much love, Jonathan. Oh, that's Mason there. Hey man, I ain't saw you in a while. Vicky's telling him that hey. So let's see. I'm trying to. Oh, he says he's back. Yeah. Does anybody know any other saying about death or anything like that? I notice a lot of people don't like to talk about death, but that's one thing we can't help. Good evening from James. I saw my cousin Shasta on Facebook side. I don't know if she wants to come up or not. I will be back on everything, YouTube and more. A lot has changed. Okay. Bootsy says hi to James. He says my Quaker grandma had a lot of stuff she used to say. Okay. I know my grandma had a lot, but I can't remember none of them. I've always hear her talking about some different things. Well, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I've got some books, but I don't know. I ain't looked at them yet. I got them yesterday and hadn't even looked at none of them. We are spirit. We temporarily live in a body. This energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It just transforms. I'm positive there's an afterlife. Oh yeah, that's what we're trying to find out. What's it like? We know there's life after death, but we just want to try to know what it's like and what's it about and stuff like that. Try to get some type of answers out there. Just like Saturday when we go to the clinic, we're going to do a different type of investigation than what we normally do. So get your equipment because I have a team that would love to hook up and learn from you. And we got a lot of investigations set up. Some you already know. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, I believe that too. That's cool. Well, at least we all in here believing the same thing, pretty much. Let's see. David says my mom told everyone no pictures to be taken at my dad's funeral, and a ex-aunt took some with a brand new camera. It never worked again after that. That's cool. That's crazy. You might ruin the surprise. Laugh out loud. Mason says MJC paranormal. Facebook user. We all bleed red. And then Bootsy, she just laughs. Yeah, I can't remember some of the ones that I've been told and growed up with, but I will venture out and start asking some of these older people that what their grandparents has told them over the years about things that cause death and stuff like that. And there's some this morning I looked at online too that I didn't get a chance to write some down. I'm probably starting Friday or something other. I'm going to try to do some research on, like I said, the disease that's causing the thing and their food that they eat that that they done, and also I'm gonna look up the food menu where they had picnics at the graveyards in the cemeteries. It was me and my dad, and I'm trying to get a few others to go out and have a picnic in the graveyard, like the Victorians did, and put it on live. I don't know if we'd be dressed up or not because I ain't got no Victorian clothes, but if we go this time, well, we'd be dressed up like Eskimos because it's cold. I told everybody it'll be a short show tonight, and it was short. It ain't about an hour long. I don't have nothing else left to talk about, and I don't have no things. I know there's some there's all kinds of food for the funeral things, like the funeral cake and the cookies and the biscuits. And I did read too, when you take food to people's houses, most time it'd be like pizza or spaghetti and meatballs, macaroni and cheese, like some kind of beef and taters. That's some things what everybody likes. So I wouldn't mind somebody bringing me some pot roast and stuff like that. Spaghetti and meatballs. I can eat you out of house and home spaghetti and meatballs. Macaroni and cheese, I like that, but not as good. I remember when my grandma and them died, those people come all over the state of North Carolina and everything else, and come to her funeral. And you talking about food? We had food last us for 2 or 3 weeks. This is my grandma used to make their favorite food to the grave to picnic. Okay, I don't know what we're probably fixing. I know we're gonna fix some sandwiches probably. Here's my cousin Shasta. She says hi. Hey, you want to come up, Shasta? You can tell some things that you if you want. Spaghetti is my favorite. That's mine too. I could eat it every day. I know I could too. That's one of my biggest favorites. And I pretty much like anything. I'm not a big like casserole or any kind of salad like pasta salad, tuna salad, stuff like that. That's not me. I won't eat something that'll stick in my ribs. I know when we went to the battleship, and we all went to the Chinese buffet, Japanese buffet or something. I think that she said, I'm sick. I would. I just wanted to say, hey. Okay, hey. No, I wish you could come up too. We went to that Chinese buffet thing and we ate. Well, I ate something other that didn't look too good, but it was pretty good. It didn't look right, but it was pretty good. Some kind of beef. And then Matt and all them, they got that fish stuff that rolled up and didn't even look like it was cooked. And they were sitting there eating that stuff, dipping it in that sauce and all that. No, this old boy ain't gonna eat that stuff. people don't bring food to the family after a death like they used to. Not around here anyway. They still do here. It's just very few people that does it. Some of them just ride on by and don't even care about the signs up at the road that says slow funeral or nothing like that. Oh, you don't like mayonnaise? Uh-oh. I can kill a jar of mayonnaise. It's like one squat. I'll put some on my sandwich like a ham sandwich. I put some on my sandwich. And then I start eating my sandwich, and I take me a big spoonful and dip it in there and put it on top and eat it again. I can kill a jar of mayonnaise. Especially if I have like cheeseburgers or barbecue sandwiches. I know a lot of people, my cousin them, they'll eat mayonnaise with their pinto beans and cornbread and stuff. I can't do that, but I can eat country ham biscuits in the morning or good old mater and biscuit. Take your biscuit, put your mater on it, and cake you some mayonnaise up in that biscuit. Make your babies born naked. I remember when my mom passed away. We had a lot of food. People stopped at the KFC or Bojangles and brought some chicken. They brought like a bucket of chicken from KFC, and then they brought that big picnic box from Bojangles. She don't like mayonnaise. Yeah, I can kill the jar in no time. It ain't good for me, but I can tear it up, that's for sure. And ketchup, I can tear up some ketchup too. I don't know. I know somebody brought a bunch of bread and stuff like that. We had bread going out our ears. They eat bananas and mayonnaise sandwiches. Yeah, my mom always eat that. I don't believe in messing up a good banana. I like mayonnaise and I like banana. I don't like them to go together. Seems like there was a certain food you were supposed to fix after a funeral, but I can't remember what. I don't know neither, but I will check it out for my next show, and I'll have it on there as a recap. I remember I forget who passed away in the family, but they didn't have people bring their food. They fixed it themselves. They went there in the kitchen and started cooking a whole 4-course meal. I mean, they had a big old pot of pintos cooked and turnip greens and some cornbread and some fried chicken. And I better hush up. I'm making myself hungry. All that good. I call it Southern food. And there's also the Amish. I did read that too. The Amish, they did raisin pies for funerals, like raisin cakes for people in the mornings. I like tomato and mayonnaise sandwiches. I do too. That's one of my other favorites. Pile that mayonnaise on top of it when you take a bite. That's like here in North Carolina. That's when my brother-in-law has his farm going, and he have a bunch of maters. I go over there and get all different ones. I think my favorite one is the purple ones. They got a better taste, and purple ones and the pink ones are the best. And I love the fried green ones. I like get me a handful of green ones and cut them up and fry them. They're so good. Make you slap your mama. I don't know wherever I can't think of his name now. There's a KFC 1 block from my house. My dad had me go there every Sunday. He loved KFC. Oh yeah, my mom, she did too. She kill a bucket of chicken. She always gets mad at me and my brother for not cleaning the chicken bone. I don't do that. I get what I want, and that's it, and I lay it down. She'll get mad, and she'll say, "Give me that bone." She'll clean that thing off. It'll be naked as a jaybird. I don't know, not me. I don't like no eating nothing like that off a bone. She'd always despise us because me and my brother, we always eat the skin off the chicken. Oh, I had fried green tomatoes the other day at a restaurant in Christiansburg. Oh my God, they were good. I also had fried chicken livers. Now you can keep chicken livers too. I ain't eating that. Raisin pie was the dish I was thinking of earlier. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. That's what the Amish people does. Next, when I get done with the Victorian era, I'm going to do the era from the Civil War, and then I'll go back to Revolutionary War, and then we'll go to do. Well, I don't want to really get into medieval times because I don't know a whole lot about medieval stuff. I've had the place that we're going tomorrow. Me and my wife and my mother-in-law are going to go eat for my mother-in-law's birthday tomorrow. And place we're going is called a Depot, and they had fried green tomatoes there. When me and my wife got married, we had to go talk to the preacher. That was nasty. They was not nowhere near like the home cooked stuff. My grandma was Quaker, remember? Oh yeah, I remember you telling us about that last. I think it was the last show I mentioned something about it. Yeah, I like to. I'm gonna try to do some stuff about Quakers and stuff too. Do a little bit of history. I might get you tell some stuff too if you want to about the Quaker beliefs and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm tired. I ain't had much rest. I actually got home early today, and I was going to try to start working on my show and get more things done and wrote up and everything, but came in, fell asleep. I'm getting ready to go in there and eat me something over here in a few minutes before I go to bed. What was some of the things y'all did when y'all went to a funeral? I know when I was growing up, me and my brother, we used to get in trouble at the funeral home. One down there in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yeah, me and my brother and a few of our cousins always got in trouble from running in and out the door all the time. That funeral director dude, he got mad at us. That was one of our biggest problems when we got in trouble. We always run in and out the door. Somebody must be on the highway. We always got in trouble for giggling. We still do. Yeah, I remember when somebody passed away when y'all came to the funeral that time we was there. And you was making us laugh. Well, I understand why. I ain't gonna say, but it's the family. if that tells you anything. I've never been to a funeral. Well, I have to. Back when we was little, we had some kin people come to the funeral that was in jail and prison. They come in with guards, they was chained up in guards too. You crazy. You probably know who I'm talking about. It ain't been long. Actually, it was just, I ain't gonna say the name online here. They'll catch it and get something else started. I don't want to deal with none of them no more. I was being little. I don't remember none of that. Name starts with a B. Let's see. No. First name starts with an L, and last name started with a D. Right here in Dobson. I started dealing with death at a young age, so I think I was at funeral. Yeah. I didn't really get started in being, not started, but get more mature at a funeral and since my mom passed away. Because that one really hit me hard. And also when my grandpa passed away, my daddy's dad. That one was pretty tough. And my grandmama, mama's side, my mama's mama, that one's pretty rough also. I was really small when my dad's mama passed away. I was like that old. So I don't really know too much about her as much. And my grandpa, my mama's daddy, he passed away before I was born. So he passed away in 80 and I was born in 81. So I don't know too much about him, but I know he still knows who I am, and I know that he's still watching over us. When we go to the family cemetery, my grandma and grandpa there, That's my grandma and grandpa. That's my mama's mom and daddy. So, they said when my grandpa passed away, they was like, I don't know, like a shuttle buses bringing them in to the funeral. That's how big the funeral was. He knowed everybody, and everybody knowed him. He was one of the people that would help anybody, far as farming and everything. People will be sick and they can't kill their hogs for the winter, and he'll go kill the hogs for them and work it up and help them out that way and stuff like that. And there were cars at as far as the eye could see. Yeah. I was talking to that when my aunt just passed away not too long ago. One of my mama's sisters. The funeral director that was there, he won. We always, about all of our family normally goes through that funeral service, and so I can't remember who passed away, but they was I dreamed my grandpa's funeral in detail about 6 months before he died. He died on Christmas morning. Oh, I really hate that. But that's pretty cool though that you uh dreamed that. I forget who passed away, but one that I was talking about, Shasta, they was driving that old car that backfired. They was down in that cemetery where we do our shows at, and he was 11. I can't remember how. Yeah, that's the car that backfired. I can't remember who actually passed away, but we got talking about that up at the funeral that day at the graveyard. I went over and talked to him and asked him, said, "You remember when they was down there to that one funeral that time, and that old car come down through there and it backfired?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said he was the first person crawled underneath the hearse too. And he said he thought somebody just started shooting at him. Man, you talking about laughing? I never laughed so hard in my life. And he was giggling so hard he couldn't even tell the story. Yeah, I can't remember how old I was. I know I was in 6th grade when my grandma passed away. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, I was in 6th grade when my grandma passed away, my mama's mama. Then I was in the 7th grade, I think, when my grandpa passed away, my dad's dad. I think that's how it was. It was your grandma. Oh, okay. All right. That's when it was then. So that was back, Lord, that was a long time ago. I was about 12, 13 years old when she passed away then. Yeah, that would be right. Well, that was a long time ago. I think she passed away in 94. And then, no, Papa, he went passed away in 94, I think, wasn't it? So my grandma, she was the first one, then he passed away then, I think. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. Yeah, we talked to that funeral director that time. He said he didn't know where he was going, but he was getting somewhere out of Dodge. He said he don't think that casket would hit him good enough. He said he was going to jump in the back or underneath it, and he was crawling out from underneath the car when everything's said and done with. He said he talks about it all the time. He does a lot of wear anyway and everything. But yeah, that's where it was at down there at the cemetery where we do most of our videos at the family cemetery. So, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and call it quits. We've been on here for an hour and a half. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. I know I saw Off the Hook in here and Vicky and Bootsy there. I really do appreciate all y'all coming in. If y'all don't mind, Shasta and Vicky, go check out Bootsy's YouTube channel. Every time I put her name in there like that on the beat, it always come up with some kind of rap group every time. Then I have to go back to my history and find one of her older shows that I've watched, and then I'll click on it. Then I'll go to her channel that way, which I'm subscribed to her, but it won't take me directly to her channel. I have to go through red tape to get to it. Unless she puts up a video, then it shows up on my notification. Then I can do it that way. But y'all go check her videos out on YouTube. I know I'm a guy, but I like some of the things she does, and I like watch people open up new products. And she does some karaoke stuff on there on Mondays when she does her mask thing. I ain't got the nerve to sing on camera. I barely got the nerve to talk on camera. But she gets going. Thumbs up. I subscribe to her. I'm subscribed to her. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, she's, like I said, though, I try to catch all of her videos as much as possible. Yeah, it always throws me up to their channel every time. I thought, now this don't look right. This ain't what I'm bargained for. So I go back in there and try to find something else to. I typed it in the other day like 8 times and still wouldn't. I checked it, make sure I was right. I even wrote it down on a piece of paper before I typed it in. Still wouldn't let me go. It won't. Well, you have to type it all the way. Thank you. Hater mail tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know why anybody would want to hate your shows. Thank you. I really appreciate the shout out. Oh, anytime. If I ever get a chance on my next show, and if I can remember it in time, I'll shout you out again. Also, you can go check out Vicky and them's Paranormal on Facebook too. They've got some good stuff on there. People post things on there, things they catch and scenes and stuff like that. And you can go to our Facebook if you want and check it out. Crossover Paranormal. And also Off the Hook Outdoors, Ted. He's reason I like to watch his videos. He does. I like to fish and hunt too, and he does a lot with his kids, fishing, take them hunting and stuff. I can go check out him and give him a like and do things for his channel. Also, leave him a like and comment and jump on his page, his channel, and I don't know why they do that. I agree. Subs and YouTube took 10 away. I gained subs and YouTube took 10 away. Oh yeah, mine's the same way. I gain 5, take 2, gain 3, take 1. I don't think I ever get out of hundreds. I don't believe I ever will. I got 2 watching on there. Facebook, 0 watching on Parapost Network, and I got 1 watching on our Facebook group. So to Vicky, I don't do Facebook. Oh, okay. Facebook, it does have some things. It does help out a little bit with YouTube also. Because I wouldn't have what I've got if I hadn't been on Facebook. My son got a 10-point buck this year. I told him it was because he Chiefs had, oh my word. I'm sorry, Vicky. Yeah, now if he would have had a Cowboys hat on now, he would had him one where he'd be dragging his head across the ground. Blue Chiefs. What team do you like there, Bootsy? I think you told me before, but I can't remember. I know Off the Hook, I know he said his and he likes Steelers, and of course, you know Matt, he likes Steelers too because he always picks on me. I'm surprised he ain't in here tonight. He normally popping in and say hello. I know he would if I had my other hat on. He'll be like, "You need to take a hat off." Nah. Oh, that's right. You like Bills. I remember you said that in the past. Yeah, I've always been a Cowboys fan since I was really small, and I think it just took on and but I like either team. I like anybody, but I just ain't too big fond of the Steelers for some reason. I'll pull for anybody. No way, boo Cowboys team. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on. Matt may be working a new job. Oh, that's right. I forgot I seen he posted something. He had a new job. I'm starting to wear my baseball hat. This is one where my buddy Dwayne Baker, that's in the chat, he got me this hat for my birthday this time. It's the Toronto Blue Jays, because of my favorite player that plays for them. I don't know. I hadn't seen none of them tonight. They all might have something different tonight to do. I know if I wouldn't want to watch me neither. I'd be finding something else to do, to be honest with you. But I just like coming in here and talking to all of y'all after I got all my stuff done. I don't know what else to talk about. Until I think of something else. I was supposed to be getting some books from the library after I take all these other books back. I got about 100 of them here at the house. I've got, let's see. I've been getting a bunch of books on cemeteries and things like that. So that's what I'm getting some of my research stuff out of. Let's see. I don't know what all I've got. I got this one right here. I'll probably end up looking at it. I got that one. I'll be checking it out sometime tonight or sometime tomorrow. Your show was good. I found it interesting. Well, I appreciate that, Native Wild Man. I can't think of their names. All the way I know is by their channel names. Native Wild Man and all them. I can't remember regular face names, I call it. I do good to remember my own name pretty much. It's a busy time of the year. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing some shopping for Christmas next week. I'm not going to get in that Black Friday sale like I did at one time. I'm not too big on that day. I wish they'd discontinued that day. We like got ourselves killed at one time when we went after Thanksgiving. We sat there and eat and everything. Then we went. I think we stayed there almost about all day long, and then we went to the Black Friday sale. Sean is company tonight, I believe. Okay. A lot of the stores here are closed. Yeah. Does your dad do research too, or does he just go with you? My dad, he goes with us out doing investigations and stuff. But I do what for my shows here, like these little short shows. I do the research pretty much myself. I try to think of different things to do, and I think he wants to go with me when we do the Victorian picnic in the cemetery. I'm gonna try to go live. I don't know if I'll be going to my mom's cemetery or not, because I can't go live there. I don't want to do it recording. I want to do it live because it's more fun to see different people coming in. and then as it's recording. Black Friday sales are crazy. Yeah, the last time I went to one, and it was the first and the last, there was cops standing at each aisle of the store at Walmart, standing on each aisle. I mean, I think I had the whole police force in there. And they had these TVs on sale. That's when the flat screen TVs got real big. And as soon as that man set that pallet down and pulled that pallet jack off him on, and he cut that plastic, man, it looked like a swarm of flies around there. That sounds like fun. And, yeah, we probably gonna try to do that for long. I don't know when, Shasta, so I don't know. Victorian picnic in the cemetery. Yep. I don't know when we'll do it. Probably when it gets another good little warm day or something. People fight and everything. Yeah, they do. I told my wife that day we wasn't even married then at that time. We was still sparking, and I told her, I said, I'll never do that again. She can put a rope around my neck and drag me, and I will not never do that again. Keep me posted. Okay, we will. We probably try to do that when it gets a little warmer. I still got to do some research on what kind of food that they took to the picnic in the cemetery. I don't want to go out there with a bucket of fried chicken and it wasn't like what they would have done or something, or ham sandwiches or something like that, or big old cheeseburger with half a jar of mayonnaise on top of it. What cemetery you do it at? I don't know particular which one. It's a Victorian cemeteries, but I ain't never found one strictly Victorian here. It's just I'm just gonna go find a cemetery somewhere and go eat in the middle of it. And that goes back to one of the things that I read on one of my shows, says about things you shouldn't do, is one of them is eat in the cemetery. They did it back in the Victorian days. I don't know. Can't figure that one out. But it'll probably be either at my grave or we might go to John Martin's and eat. I think that would be pretty good. Take some kind of food, like 1700 type food, and go over there and eat something simple, something easy to fix, won't take so long to do. I think that would be a good idea. But I don't know if we eat stuff ourselves or do we fix something there and set it and let them for them. You know what I mean? I don't understand the concept. I'll have to do a little more research into the picnic part. I ain't eating possum stew. Around here right now, it'll probably be skunk stew because there's plenty of them bad boys laying around here now. Might catch us one of them coyotes over there or something there and eat. Coyote burgers. Put you on there and get you some coleslaw, put on that thing, and half a jar of mayonnaise. See if you can find a historical cemetery. John Martin grave would be good. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that one. I don't know what they would think about us going over there in the Quaker cemetery. Talking about old, now that's really old. do both take them food and you eat. Okay, we'll do that. And now if they finish their sandwich before I eat mine, we got some talking to do. That's like at night we took that can of beer over there to the clinic with us down in the basement. I said, I'll be all right till I hear that thing start opening up. And I'll be like, okay, it's time to leave. No, I'm thinking about doing that. You know, I was actually thinking that take one for me and take one for them, you know, so they will, like a peace offering, I guess you'd say. But I was thinking about doing John Martin's grave. That's probably about the oldest one that I know of around here. And y'all have it on video. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do it live. And like I said, if that sandwich gets eaten before I get mine finished, or whatever I fix, that will be something. That would be off the hook. That will be probably on the funniest videos because I'll probably be white as a ghost myself. Let's see. Yeah, I got 3 thumbs up. That's pretty cool. Bootsy, she's just laughing. I was thinking about see if we can't do a video, do it through StreamYards like this, and have a couple people in different states go to a cemetery and we'll share different things at the cemetery. I think that'll be pretty cool. Like I be in the cemetery eating, me and my dad, and if my cousin will come and a few others, then we'll have somebody in Tennessee do the same thing and somebody in West Virginia do the same thing, stuff like that, and put it on them and just have a show like this right here for about an hour or something other, you know, just talk and tell about where you at eating and what you're eating and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool. And dress up, well, not dress up because I don't have no Victorian era clothes. And I did read something about top hats back in the day. There was lined with some kind of chemical that was bad for you. Even in the green paint back in the day, they called it, I can't remember what they called it, some kind of green. They made dresses out of it, out of the fabric to dye the stuff. It had some kind of mercury and something or else in it, arsenic or something, arsenic. Some kind of chemicals in it that didn't agree with, and it caused a lot of health problems. That's probably on the next show, different things that caused health problems and what they use to treat and cause more problems. Have you went to a cemetery where your family is buried and tried to get the light blinking on the spirit box? Yes, my family cemetery, we done it at my grandparents' grave, my mama's mom and dad. They attend to light the spirit box light pretty good. The little sensor where it turns blue and red. They mess with it all the time there. My aunt and uncle, they mess with it every once in a while. The other night we went up there. didn't do live because I can't. It won't let me do lives up there because my signal is down in that little hole is kind of bad. And we went to my mom's grave. That's the first time I done any kind of investigation at my mom's grave. Try to talk to her like that. I've been over there to her grave and tried it, but I didn't stay no more than 5 seconds because I just couldn't do it. And this last time that me and my dad and Joseph went over there, and I decided to do it, and I started it, and I think we stood there for about at least good 35 to 45 minutes. And my mom did cut the cat toy on, and she cut the sensors on the spirit box. I've got to get something a little better to use to try to communicate. I got to get me a phasma box instead of that spirit box because I can't hear on it no more. I don't know what else to do with it. The speakers that we get, this thing kicking it, it's got like a lot of bass on it. I want just a regular old timey speaker. You got a lot of activity there, I think. Yes, we do get a lot of activity there. I try to do lives, but it won't let me do it. And when I do get a signal, I'm nowhere near in the graveyard, so I just go ahead and just record it. Then it'll take me about a day and a half to figure out how to get it go on Facebook. I don't try to put it on YouTube because it takes forever to download on YouTube. And unless I can go ahead and go live on YouTube, then I can do it that way. But far as posting something like that after I record it the first time, it won't download. It'll take about 2 to 3 days, maybe 4 days at most. Yeah, we, like I said, though, we do get pretty good activity when we go there. There's actually something there that's in the background when I'm facing when I'm facing the grave where my grandma and grandpa is, like back the other way, not like we normally receive their last name, but if you're on the other side and you can look back that way, you can actually have a feeling that there's something there in that very back right hand corner that's trying to play jokes on you. My cousin Shasta can tell you that I think she's actually felt something there like that. One night we were standing there at the same grave, my grandparents' grave, facing the same way, and my truck was on the right side of us, next to the fence. And my dad, he was getting tired. He just had got out of the hospital probably a week and a half, and he was wanting to sit down, so he went up there to the truck and leaned up against the fender of the truck. And I was still down there in front of the graves with my camera going, and at that time, I think I was actually live that night because somehow I caught the signal just right, and it stayed live for a long time. And all of a sudden, I heard somebody cough, and I hollered at my dad. I said, "Was that you coughing?" He said, "No." Then he coughed, and I said, "That's what it sounded like." But he said he didn't do it, but just that one time when he showed me what it sounded like. And I just leaned over to the phone like that and looked and see who was in the chat. When I stood back up, right side of my eyes right here in my side vision there, I can see something white standing there like in a I don't know, like a sheet or something. I mean, it's white as a ghost. And I turned around and looked like that, and it was gone just that quick. I mean, I don't know what it was, and it was cold, and this was in the summertime, and it was cold while it was there, but as soon as it left, it started warming back up where I was at. No, I don't know where that was left at. All I know, it was in a bush, but I don't know which one. And I remember there was one bush on the corner up there, but I don't think it's there now. My grandma always told us that one, and my mom mentioned it a few times when we was growing up. But I never did really ask her which one it was. But we have heard some kids down in there, like a women's voice. One night, me and my dad was standing there at the foot of my mom's grave, looking back towards my grandparents' gravestone there that way, and we actually heard a lady's voice walking down in the woods there beside of us, and it was like not even 10 yards beside of us across the fence. This last time we seen some lights flickering in the woods right there also when we went. But I won't be able to do it Friday because I got a lot of stuff I got to do Friday. I'm helping my buddy Dwayne that's in the chat. He's coming over to the house, and we got to go haul corn and put corn out in the barrels and stuff like that. And he's going to go hunting, and I'm going to go and go eat with my wife and her mama for her mama's birthday. And then Saturday, I'm going to a baseball card show with my buddy William, and one that I deal with baseball cards with, because you see right there, over here, all them ball cards. And that ain't counting what's along that wall. And the other 6-7 boxes I got in the other bedrooms. I'm actually going to a baseball card show. It's the first baseball card show that I've ever been to in my whole life. I've always wanted to go to them, but never had a chance to go. There's always in another state, and when we was growing up, we couldn't afford to go places like that when we wanted to. It's always had to, if you have to. Every time we heard kids in a cemetery, we would find children graves where they were heard at. Yeah, there's actually let's see, I know there's at least five children's graves there, and a couple of them I think is like a stillborn. That also brings up another question. I was wanting to do my brother and sister's grave. They were stillborns. I don't know how people would feel about me showing their picture on a thing, their grave markers. I won't show the picture, but the gravestones. My dad is a senior and he is a junior, and then my mom name is Angeline, and I think they named her Charlene. They was babies, they were stillborns, and they was before my time, so they was born like in the 78, 79, 77, 78, 79, somewhere like that, both of them. And both of them was born in November, and one was like the 16th or 17th or 17th, 18th. or 18th and 19th. I can't remember, but there's only like 2 days apart, but they're different years. But they're both of them's birthdays in November, and there's like a couple days apart. I thought that was kind of unique. I'll ask my dad to see if he cares if I put them pictures on here, show them one night. Not the picture of my brother and sister itself, just a gravestone. Because they was, I don't want to, oh, wrong one. Sorry, done that one. But yeah, if my brother and sister, I think my brother was born first and then my sister was, then it's me, then my little brother now. If they would have made it, I wouldn't be here and my brother wouldn't be here because they always wanted to, but they didn't make it, so they kept trying, and I popped out, and my brother, he popped out, and I don't know if that was a good thing or not. But me and my brother, we got along good, but you know how boys are, they tend to fight, and I was a little angel, and things like that. So if y'all believe that, y'all can believe anything. But no, yeah, the family cemetery, it does give us some pretty good things, especially when we use a spirit box sensor. I don't know if you do take small toys for them. I will try to do that. I remember me and my brother and my mama, we got pictures where we was standing at their graves when we was real small. We was real little, probably 5, 6 years old, 7 years old, something like that. And I remember we used to go up there about at least once a month, change flowers and put flowers up there and different things. And when I was in the fire department, my fire department was right beside the graveyard where my brother and sister was at, and I normally go out there and visit them every once in a while when we're on our fire department meetings. We'll get done with meetings, then we'll go check off trucks and stuff, make sure everything's still good on the fire truck and stuff. And I normally walk out there and stand out there for a little while and walk around and stuff like that. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna try to do that. I know when I go back to my family cemetery, I'm gonna try to take a new piece of equipment that we got, that high tech equipment, and see if we can't get it working there on that cemetery. I think since we was at John Martin's the other day, I don't think they understand what it was. It might have scared them with them big ears on that thing like it was. They might think like, what in the world he got now? But I want everybody to see it work when it does it. I mean, his head moves, his butt moves, wiggles. And if it actually works, we might try to hunt us another one just to put it up for a spare in case this one goes bad or something. We will try to. I'll try to see if I can't find something else that will work like that. Different things. Cause like I said the other night, them little bears, them things about anywhere from $300 to $400, if not a little more. And I couldn't give that much for one, not right now. Probably not forever. So we went and got us one that was like $29.99 at Walmart. I don't even think I got any more left up there. That we so happens we finally found that one. Just walked by it and never seen it. But I do have a green screen now. So when I get ready to do some of my shows, when I figure out how to hook this thing up, I will start using it as my background far as like a jail cells or courtroom scenes or something like that, cemeteries. Yeah, I think it will work too. I can't wait to see if we'll get active. I'm thinking about using it next time we'll go to Peggy's house, and also use it at the clinic. We're actually going to use it at the clinic Saturday. We're going to go up into the red room, and I'm going to set my camera, my handheld night vision camera, and I'm going to set it on there, pointing towards it, just in case something was to mess with it. And then I'm going to put it over in that room off to the side on the very end of the building, and where that wardrobe door opens and closes by itself, we're going to put it there because there's a little girl plays in the wardrobe, and I'm thinking about setting it there and catch wherever it comes into the door and touch it. I have a wall. You see it at the interview. Oh yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm so hungry. But I really hate to run, y'all, but I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to try to get going, and I will post some of the people's in the description a little later. I will write down everybody that's in here, like Bootsy's and yours too, Vicky, and Off the Hook. There's one other one in here. That one right there. And I'll go through and put all of y'all's YouTube and Facebook information into the description, so people, when they go back and watch it, they can read the description and go check y'all's out, everything like that. I will do that to help out everybody as far as the shout outs. Because if it wasn't for none of y'all that come in here, I wouldn't be able to have this show. And I think all these shows that I do is fun because I like to see everybody's comments that comes in the chats and stuff like that. When my oldest daughter was little, had a doll that would say peekaboo, I see you. Went in room to check on her. It said it scared the crap out of me. Oh yeah. That's one thing about some of this stuff. I don't like dolls just for the simple fact that I've seen some videos about people having dolls that they had a camera setting on them and they actually moved. And it's kind of scary for me because I don't think it should move. I think it should sit there wherever you put it, it should stay there. And I also watched the movie Chucky. Good night, everyone. Good night to you too, Bootsy. You're welcome. I'm gonna put all of y'all's thing down into the description. I done got everybody's thing down except for off the hook. I got right here now. If I can find it here. There it is. Because y'all are most ones that's come in here pretty much on regular and showed me the support, and I want to try to do the same for y'all. If y'all ever come in again, I will. I don't think you come in here when I done my last giveaway, did you, Bootsy? I'll check over all the names that I got in my box, but when I reach 200, I will do another giveaway. I got 4 of those lights like I gave away the last time, those desk lamps. I got 4. I've got 2 black ones and 2 white ones. And I'm going to do a knife sharpener this time. So we'll have 3 prizes to give away for this one if I reach 200. And then when you come in that next chat, when I set the date for the giveaway and you come into the chat, I'll write your name down and you get your name on a ticket. You get 3 tickets. And I'll put your name on the thing. I put in that green bucket, and then I'll draw your name out at the end of a show, and it will go on for about an hour. Then after that, when I set the time, cut off time, then that's when I do the drawing. I have a dog that was given to me when I was 3 months. She had a strong history, nothing as but usual. One very nice lamp. I use it a lot. You do? You don't think so? Okay. When I reach 200 on YouTube, I will put your name down because I put you in there for like 3 times, and all you gotta do is chat one time in the chat, and then I'll put your name in. That let me know that you're here, and you really have to be here so I can. Because if you win, That way you can try to send me a private message or somehow, and so I can get your address to send it to you. That's what I did with Vicky and Devil Dog's Keeper. That's why I did both of them, so I can send them the prizes. I still ain't checked to see if I want one of them lights. I probably won't never win it, but matter of fact, I will try to get things set up. I think I've got 172 or 174. But if I reach 200, I will do a giveaway. But if it actually shoots up to 300 before I get it done, we'll give away 4 prizes. Let me get one of them right here to show you. This is one of the prizes I'm going to give away next time. Knife sharpener. And then I'm going to give away one of these. I got 4. I got 2 black ones and 2 white ones. I finally got my hands on a couple more. I like them. I think they're good presents. You know, good giveaway gifts. But then I got some little hanger lights that I'm going to probably give away at some point. I got blue, black, and red of these. Give away. But it says, okay. You never earned any of our giveaway. You never entered any of our giveaways. I ain't entered anybody's giveaway. I've entered a couple giveaways on my buddy's other show where he does baseball card videos. When I first started getting in when I started chatting in his chats and stuff, I never did do any kind of talking to him or nothing like that. And I wait till his show goes off, then I will send him a Facebook message and tell him I like the show and stuff like that. And then one day I was watching the show on YouTube, and I done something other than I started chatting, and then he put me on as his blue wrench, you know. And when he did that, I started going in there, you know, he's doing early bird video. Contest things. Whoever gets in there first, within the first 5 minutes of the show starts, he puts your name down on the wheel, and you, at the end of the month, you'll win prizes like baseball cards and stuff. I won twice off of that like that. I only had my name in there like 5 times, 6 times that whole time he's doing it. And I finally won. Everybody else has had their name in there thousands of times. And then I won another one off of his contest. Was the Christmas card contest that he had. If he sent you a Christmas card with his sticker in it, logo sticker, and you send a logo sticker back to him with a Christmas card, you will he'll put your name down. I did that, and I think he drew like 3 or 4 names that time, and I was one of them winners of that one. That's the only time I've won something there off of anything, giveaways or anything like that. Yeah, but I will, like I said, though, I will put your name down just as soon as I reach up there for that one. And I also got these headlamps too. I'm going to try to use as gifts. I'll use one of these. These are pretty good little bright boogers here. They got a headband. You can take it off and on the headband itself. You can use it. It's got a magnet on it. You can stick it anywhere you want to stick it to. It's metal. I actually like this, and I use one of these at work a lot. I'll take it off the headband and stick it on the side of the forklift. And when I have to look into the case, look at the yarns and stuff like that, look at the tubes, I'll take it off the forklift, and then I will shine it in the case and make sure the tube color is right and everything with the number and stuff like that. If I see something that I don't think is right, that's what I normally do. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for a lot for coming in. I will try to get things set up for the next Thursday night show. Do y'all like these little shows like this, as far as the Victorian funerals and stuff like that? I think that era is kind of unique. After I think I've done all the Victorian stuff, we will do a recap on the very last show, and then we will start in on another era, such as the Civil War. We will do the medical stuff, what the nurses did, and what the doctors done, as far as the amputations and stuff like that, how they got rid of all the amputations, the arms and the legs and the fingers, the ears, the eyes, nose, whatever they had to take off. We'll go through that, and we will look at some pictures of different things like it. I push your show on the group page. I appreciate that. Then we will also go into Civil War burials and how they prepare the bodies back in that day, not just in the war itself, but in the time frame for not just the soldiers, but the regular family members, how they got put away, from 1861 to 1865, things like that, and look at the medical part of it and different surgical tools that they used for the amputations. Anything has to do with different things like that. I know a lot of people don't like funerals and don't like stuff about death, but it's not as the death part it is the funeral. I know it's not a fun thing to go through, but we all have done it, and we'll never stop doing it. I mean, and we can go back and do a recap for that on that last show. I don't think that show will be, series will be too many, that series. I probably go about 3 more shows in the Victorian area, or maybe 5. Then we'll start on another session and everything. But like I said, we'll try to keep going back and forth, and keep doing different things. And then one of my favorite eras I like also is around the Revolutionary War, World War I, them time frames. I like stuff like that. All right, there we go. The funerals are really different in Louisiana. Yeah, I've done some research on different types of funerals here in the U.S. I just wondering if they're different from the southern states up through the northern states and like out west from the east. I know down in Louisiana, some of their cemeteries are like in concrete buildings. Majority of them is because the floods and the high waters and stuff like that. I can't think of the name of the cemetery that the Voodoo Queen is in. I can't think of the name of that one, but I heard that it's every grave in there is like above ground and in like little mausoleum type deals. I'm gonna try to do some research on that and see how many famous people is in there on that one and stuff like that. You know, just to get a different feel of different states, how they do things. Like over here in the U.S., we take about a day, 2 days after the person has passed away for the process to get them to the funeral home and then get them fixed up and then put in the ground. Like other countries, like over there in England and stuff, you know, they take them about 2 or 3 weeks just to put one person away. They have to carry them all over the country to show them off and this and that, and take about 6-7 hour funerals. And I don't really know why all that is, but yeah, they're above ground because of the flooding. Yeah, that's what I was thinking because of all the flood waters and stuff down there. Because I want to go out west towards Texas and up into some of the Indian places. You know, got some of the Indian burials and stuff, which we do have one here. But when we get to that time frame, we would do stuff about the Indian burials. I don't know a whole lot, so I'll have to get like people that's really Indian to, or have done a lot of research to help tell about some of theirs tradition and burials and what I can find and stuff like that. So I will go ahead and get off of here, and I will see y'all next Thursday for the Victorian funerals and cemeteries and some more traditions and superstition stuff that they come up with. I saw some more on there earlier, and I ain't wrote them all down yet, but I will for the next show. I think all y'all come in. If y'all don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button for me on YouTube and on Facebook also. And they will be appreciated. I want to go ahead and play everybody have a blessed night. You too, Vicky. You too. I appreciate you coming in. I also appreciate Bootsy on the beat to come in. And my buddy up there, Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I will get out here with the video, and I will talk to y'all later. Let me get this off here. I'll see y'all later.
It's been coming up like sun above. It's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. They say we're weak when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. It's at our core when we come together. They will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear, and then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here. Come on. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh,
Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you. Rising up like the moon, elevating the mood, uplifting attitudes, cause that's what we choose to do. And I don't know about you, but there's enough negativity going around with plenty room to improve. Yeah, sometimes we collide with stress and negativity. We always let it slide. It's an elevated vibe, so fly. We touch the sky every time we ride. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you. Now roll back time. Tell me what you find. You're gonna see the same sucker MCs on the sidelines. In the fourth quarter when it's do or die time. That's when this crew is inclined to go prime time. From day one straight till it's done. But you all know full well that we only just begun. Yeah. We stick together, one for all for one. When it gets heavy, no, we don't cut and run. Crazy thinking about the places that we've been. Now I could tell you stories that'll make your head spin. But like I said, straight, thick or thin, there's so many memories giving me silly grins. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies. Yo, I love this crew. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies. Yo, I love this crew. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die. Thank you.